Welcome to Joyously Living in the Light, brought to you from the heartland of America.
The world can often tell us that there is no hope or joy for God's children while here in this earthly experience. But we know that is not so, for there is great joy in knowing and serving our brothers and sisters here on earth. We are all God's precious children, and He loves us perfectly. It is a blessing for us to serve as His emissary in lifting hearts and sharing love for all his children simply through kind acts of service and love. It could just be a smile or a friendly hello, or extending a helping hand, speaking a kind word, or just sharing a happy greeting. In fact, we may be just the right person that someone needed at that time. Often, the little kindly deeds may be the miracle of love that they were desperately hoping for, just to know someone cared. We are blessed with opportunities all around us to often make a difference in someone's life. Or shall we say, make a difference in a precious daughter or son's life.
I would like to share an example of what the Savior taught. Some years ago, a young Korean boy took his weekly allowance and bought newspapers with it. Then he and some friends sold these on the streets of Seoul, Korea, to raise money to help a fellow student who did not have sufficient funds to stay in school. This young man also gave part of his lunch to this boy each day so that he would not go hungry. Why did he do these things? Because he had been studying the story of the Good Samaritan and didn't just want to learn about the Good Samaritan, but wanted to know and felt like he wanted to be that Good Samaritan. Only after careful questioning by his father about his activities did he admit, "But Dad, every time I help my friend, I feel I'm becoming more like the Good Samaritan. Isn't that what Jesus taught in the parable? Besides that, I want to help my classmates who aren't as fortunate as I. It's not that big a thing I'm doing. I read about it in my seminary manual, and I felt it was a thing I ought to do." The boy did not ask, "What's in it for me?" He chose to perform this kindness. In fact, he did it without any thought of recompense or recognition.
Keep the commandments, live God's laws, and you will then be happy. Show him you love him in all you do, and there you will find joy. Obey his word, and let him know you care. Then do as you should, and serve your fellow man. Keep the commandments, you will find your faith in God
Thank you for sharing time with us today. Please come again as we continue on this journey of joyously living in His light.